you ever ride your tractor to work? Or maybe you just Uber down the block. Do you ever have some fried chicken and mashed potatoes? Or maybe you just grab a slice of pizza. It's a tale as old as time. Or, I guess, as old as cities. City boys versus country boys. This division may not even exist where you live, but for me, it was a constant presence. I grew up in a fast-growing Alabama town. This means that you had a little bit of everything. You absolutely had goths, nerds, jocks, and of course, your classic cowboy hat wearing, farm life Darrens. But you also had plenty of skinny jeans, seam-busting, city life Justins. That's right, for a kid growing up in central Alabama, I always kind of leaned more towards the city boy side of things, with almost no exceptions. Traditional values, those are outdated. Staying in good shape? I sit in my office chair all day editing videos. Farmer's tan? I'm so white, even ghosts are scared of me. But I'm thinking it's time to get in touch with my roots. Not in, like, a racist way. I guess that's how most Southern people use that phrase. No, I mean that I want to look at the divide between country boys and city boys. Maybe we even have more in common than we know. Maybe we can put away the dip cans and the architectural plans and shake hands. So let's dive in. First up, we have a TikTok detailing all of the things that country boys hate. According to this, country boys hate losing that 10mm socket. Now, I'm not a car guy, so I couldn't even find the 10mm socket, but if I could, I would lose it immediately. Get that away from me. After losing the 10mm socket is unsweet tea. In the South, sweet tea is an absolute must at any and all family gatherings. It's almost always found in any Southerner's fridge, but I have a dilemma here. You see, I don't like sweet tea, but I also don't like unsweet tea.
What does that make me? Am I a city boy? A country boy? Who am I? Where's the 10mm socket? Do I even want it?
Next up is an empty tank, and man, this is news to me. I thought that everyone loved it when their tank was empty. I let my tank run out all the time, just for fun. Country boys would never understand. Am I right, city boys? And finally, we get to the most important thing that country boys hate. The city. So why is that? What are some things that city boys wouldn't understand about country boys?
I'd love to see all y'all city kids do this with your Air Force Ones. If you're not a wussy, duet this video with you doing it. You won't.
This is a crucial point for country boys. Country boys love to brag about how dirty they get, which is fine. That's a natural part of doing any hard physical labor, but they always take it a step too far. Welcome back. We're down to our last two contestants on What's Your Price? It all comes down to this. Fellows, this next one is quite the doozy. This will determine your winnings and what challenge you have to do next. So, without further ado, what's your price to roll around in a room full of excrement? City Boy Justin is buzzing in first, bringing our price down to $1.75 million. I've gotta say, I wouldn't go much lower myself. I've got a feeling that whoever takes on this challenge is gonna be pretty down in the dumps afterward, if you catch my drift. Country Boy Darren buzzes in and brings our price down to $0. I believe we're having some technical difficulties. No, I meant what I put down on there. I don't think you understand. You selected $0, which means that you would be walking away with nothing, and you'd still have to do the challenge. City boys will never understand. They don't understand getting down in the dirt, working hard and seeing that manifest on our hands and in our hearts. We do the work that no one else will, so that everyone can keep on sleeping comfortably on their plush memory foam mattresses. They will never know the struggle. Bring out the poop! Yeehaw! This next one is one of my favorites.
Everybody in the ATL is coming. DJ's got those speakers thumping. Got a black Ford, not a white Mercedes. Walking in the front door, checking out the ladies. My buddy says, hey boys, I'm buying. How to screw in is giving me that buying.
My favorite part of this one is that he creates this hyper-specific scenario where he becomes the hero because he knows the words to the song. And then he proceeds to not know the words to the song at all. And it turns out that this is an exact metaphor for this great divide. We've seen a lot of feedback on what makes a real country boy, but what do the city boys have to say about this? Nothing. Nothing at all. You see, the city versus country boy debate is not a debate at all. From my extensive research, city boys don't really exist. I mean, obviously they do actually exist, but everyone that's a city boy doesn't take pride in the fact that they are. To them, it's just normal. And I have a theory as to why this is. In a world where technology is constantly reducing the need for human labor, and land is slowly becoming more and more populated, country culture is running dry. There are less and less country boys by the minute, and these cowboys can't accept that. They feel like they have to fight for their lifestyle to justify it. For them, there's only one way to fight, and that's to designate an enemy. City boys. The problem here is that everyone is on a spectrum when it comes to culture and lifestyle. No one can truly be a city boy or a country boy because it's a subjective set of qualities in the first place. Most of these TikToks are actually coming from country boys saying things like, only real country boys know what this is, and they'll show a picture of like a screwdriver or something. Or they'll say real country boys don't wear these things, and they'll have like 4 things that fake country boys wear. So to all you country boys out there, stop trying to make some enemy out of nothing. You can be proud of who you are without having to classify everyone else as a city boy. Being country is definitely part of who you are and where you come from, but making it your entire personality is just corny. Thank you. Thanks. City boys aren't real, so focus on what is. Your boots in the mud, tractors on the road, and the dip in your lip. My fellow city boys, it seems like they bought it. Our plan is underway. Now the country boys will back off and give us some time to rally our city boy troops. We can finally complete our rebellion.